Hello and welcome everyone to WTCL Season 2 Race 5 in Suzuka. This is the reverse grid race, and as you can see, Linda Roder is in pole position for the 15 laps here. The race is starting now.
Underway.
Yeah.
Ooh, bad start by Babinio. And Nikolaev and Thompson are all over him. Seems just kept it in there. And now Nikolaev's gone on Thompson, but no, lost a lot of time there doing that. Weisson's up to 4th. Very good start for MV.
Background Nikolaev Iskandar. Back row. The first 4 cars have broken away from the field.
We have the top 5 here, Volkswagens, and they weren't particularly doing the best in the first race, but it seems that they've definitely gotten better off of the reverse grid.
Yeah. Babinuk's already attacking Roder for the first place.
Down this next straight, if he gets a run, he'll be given the opportunity, and he's all over the back of Rodell. Rodell stands no chance at this point.
BMW is really close now. Will he make an overtake into turn 15?
No, taking it very conservative. Although he has just knocked over the bollard. Oh, and Thompson's tried to barge her way through there and lost to Nikolaev, who will now try to piece of Weissen.
Both of them are through the Chevrolet. It's quite a big gap between Mendes and Balajin. Then Martinson present the 2 wrestler cars. Momentum forward. But only the first 12 gets points in this race.
I think Toyot's had a good start. I think he started, about 21st or somewhere around there. He's made up a good few positions.
Yeah, and somebody's already covered the top.
Wen Jie.
Ooh, the big
The
guy.
whole front bumper is gone there. How's this happened? Fighting in 31st. Oh, just hit the curb and lost it. Yeah, the car bottoms out there. And that's pretty much Wen Jie having his race completely destroyed.
Yeah, that's most likely the end of the race for him.
Oh, Thompson had another look. And it's just these rash attempts that's costing Thompson. We know that car can be very quick but it's silly mistakes. Drag race now. Thompson's got it momentarily.
Maybe Iskandar can get the position in one day, going to big battle in the next few corners.
Cool. Having a look on Nikolaev, and clean through. But slow on the exit, and Nikolaev's trying to barge his way back through, but Nick Sanders got the run, and Mendez is now going to try to take Nikolaev.
Nikolaev tried to fight back, but now he's losing position.
Oh, and Ixander has had issues. It looks like he's missed a gear there because he's dropped off in the pace. And that's Cordova and Linked past them. Balazzin's also taken advantage of Nikolaev being held up there, or he's trying to.
Nikolaev got held up behind Renault. Now it seems to be fine. Well, the AMB racing cars are having a strong race so far.
They do look like the ones to beat, and we know that these cars have been mega quick, especially in round 1 at Fuji. We saw how well Bison did before the uncostly time it took they lost during the pit stop. Babineau's not looking to do anything rash at the moment. But if he can get ahead, how far can he extend the gap? Because it looks like he's got the pace at the moment over Rodel.
And that was past Cordova, and now Lindquist trying to make a move. And they are side by side.
Link's going to have the inside at 130R though, and that is going to be key unless Cordova's going to have an absolutely mighty attempt there. All side by side through 130R, and Cordova's held it. Brilliant racing. And now is that Nikolaev up the inside of Alexander, but yet again they just lose so much time at that corner if you don't get a good exit. But Nikolaev has seemed to make it work, and that gives an opportunity to Hackington.
Previous lap the same happened also Nikolaev and Iskandar.
Oh, and that's Balazin having a look there, and he's lost out trying to make the move on Christopher's, and he's lost out also to Perez. And in the background, Torres has made it past Bonaventura, and Leicester is back up to into 16th. So it looks like the two Stoffel Autosport cars have definitely got pace this race because they're making up places in the pack.
NBA lost a lot of positions. Busha is struggling in the field. She won the first race, but now it seems like she has lost the pace after that issue with this guy in the second race, the first time.
Oh, and Busha is off! Oh, that is a horrible incident. It just looks like the car just stopped wanting to brake. Something was very off there. But yeah, I think with Wenjay's finding out the pits, I was quite confused as to whether he was still in the race. But the thing is, we've had such a tight start to the season. We've had 4 different manufacturers win the first 4 races. So, really, in any race, it could be anyone's win.
Yeah, and it's exciting racing in the back of the field.
Ooh, side by side and Travaillon
A little bit of
has.
contact.
But Ryan's got the inside. If he can get it ahead. Might fingers properly. Had a go of that, but Travaillon's gone a bit deep, and that's going to give Ryan the opportunity to take back the place. And Babanu has taken the lead from Rodel.
Now let's see where did Avenue over to. Yeah, I think it was into the chicane. No.
Perhaps into the hairpin. Oh no, it's an absolute lunge at a place you can't really make an overtake usually. Oh, and got very loose there.
Clean overtake, I don't think they touched.
A little bit, but nothing much. That is very much the kind of move we've seen from someone like Takuma Sato in IndyCars. Just absolutely lunge it in. And he's pulled it off. Thompson and Mendes are closing on this lead pack though. They're losing a lot of time by fighting with each other.
Yeah, and Ryzen is really close to Roda.
They're pretty much nose to tail, these top three. If one of these drivers makes one error, it could be all three of them out of this race. Oh, and Rodel's had a terrible exit, and Bison is going to have a look. But he's going to be on the outside of the hairpin. And Thompson is trying to have a little look there.
A little bit of pushing from Thompson.
And now Babinier's got about a second over Rodel now. And Bison's having a look at the inside of Rodel. And it's
Nearly
not,
spins himself out.
it's not like nice worked out.
Yeah,
Shot.
Mendes catched up.
Is Thompson going to go around the outside? We've seen it has been possible. You know, this Chevrolet can get a good run. And around the outside at 130 yard by Charlotte Thompson. What an overtake.
Oh, that's the best overtake so far this season.
Oh. Is trying to get a run, but he's pulled out of the draft. He's not going to be able to. Oh, he's catching a teeny bit, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so. Oh, apparently not. And cleaning up the inside a bit loose, but no way Bison can get back past there. And another brilliant overtake.
Looks like Mendes likes his second races much more than the first. Usually he gets on pole, the bad first race and an amazing second race so far for Mendes.
There's a train now building up behind Bison. Assisting with Cordova. Lindqvist, who's having a look around the outside of Cordova. Nicola behind. Can he? Oh, he's going to have a look down here. Not really. Just having to get in. Can't get the run there. What we're seeing now overtaking the background. I think that was one of the Esther cars. He was trying to get on Hackinson and he seems it's not worked. Bonaventura is back up to 13th. And Perez lunging up the inside of Hackinson. And that. Oh, Perez is off! And Balashine has got past the stricken car and he's now gone past Bonaventura, but he's got held up by Hackinson. tight fight.
Go on, ready.
Is Torres going to have a look now? He looks like he is on Ballard's in.
Side by side out to the spoon.
These two may have been teammates had the transfer window gone different, had the transfers gone differently. And it seems like they're giving each other absolutely.
Corleone is ahead of Torres now.
Oh, and he's gone. He's taken that corner very unusually, and oh, Perez got very loose in the background there.
Two Esters and two stopper cars and great fight.
Now Leicester could have a go at Torres here.
Esther
He's trying to put they can't get the run. There's just no assistance there, no draft, and he's not close enough. And this is giving opportunity for Corleone to pull ahead.
Nikolai holding the Iskander and Christopher.
Can anyone have a look here? No, not down here.
This person started from 8th position, so he really would like to get back into 8, but 2 cars ahead of him.
Oh, and it's a lunge up the inside. Can he get the exit? No, he can't, and it's Ixander back past Christopher's. Oh, but a little wiggle there. You see that some of these cars are struggling a little bit with some of these higher speed corners. They just keep straight.
Going to go through Hakanson. And Christopherson dived up to the inside.
It's going to try to get a run, but I don't think he's close enough to take it into 130R. And there looks at the head. Yeah, someone's up the inside. It's caught over on Vyson, and he's through up the inside. Oh, Lindqvist now up the inside, barging his way through, and it looks like he's going to get the exit. And Nikolaev has also getting past Vyson here. What a terrible set of corners! He's lost 3 places in the set of a few corners.
Vyson is coming back with the split screen.
Oh, Nikolaev's
really aggressive there.
And he's got the run, and Vyson's now past Nikolaev. And Avenue pulling out a lead there of about 1.6 seconds. Road is catching up a little bit. Charlotte Thompson in no man's land there.
Yeah, it's 2.2 to ahead. Go there, and then 3 seconds behind him it's Andes. He's escaping from Corleone.
Others closed in, it seems, I think. And oh, something's going on in the background.
A lot of cars. Yeah. Just in a few seconds.
Seems Alexander tried to get up the inside there of Singh. And oh, someone's the exit. Nikolaev had a terrible exit there. And now he's got Bonaventura behind him. Christopher's to the side of it. Alexander to the side. Bonaventura, he's got the little bit of speed now, and he's past Christopher's. And now up the inside of Ixander is I think I was Haxenson, but it doesn't think he's got the run. No, he has. He's past Ixander there. And Torres is all over the back of Ixander, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the opportunity to take him at 130R. He'll try get it into this tight chicane next, though. It seems Ixander was a little loose there.
No move for anyone.
But an absolute train behind Hackinson. And Torres is all over the back of him, but Balazin is all over the back of Torres. I don't think any of them can get the run they are looking for. It's going to have to be an absolute lunge and a half up here, and no, nothing's come of it. But Balazin is barging his way past Torres, but he's got a bit loose doing so, and he's going to lose out to Corleone as well. And Leicester wants to probably get a piece of that, and he's got a nudge from Perez. And Leicester around the outside. Is out the inside. Oh,
Really close.
still side by side. And he's trying to get the run. He's now looking at the inside. This is not a place you can usually go side by side through. And they're still side by side. And Perez and Lichtsteiner also side by side behind them.
And Leicester the move. Vanguard.
He's trying to barge his way through. Still side by side. And now he's done in the background. I think that's Singh going side by side. And Leicester's got a run there, and that's Leicester who's going to be ahead. I can't see Balazin going back past, but is Perez going to have a go at Balazin? Yes, he is. And he's pushed his way through, but Perez is wide again. And Zimmerman looks like he's had an absolute ball of a time there. He's gained many positions into the hairpin there while everyone was going wide. Very savvy overtaking there by Zimmerman. Lichtsteiner, he's barged his way past Balazin, but he got loose. And now he's back there, and he's lost multiple places there. But he's going to try overtake Singh down the straightaway into 130R. And Singh and Lorenzo. And Ndai is going to try to get it. I think something's happened to him there, and he's nudged Ndai. They're going to be side by side, multiple cars behind them. Ndai passes Singh, and Lim is trying to get past Singh. And he's had a little nudge there from behind. That's ruined his run by Rodriguez. The back's starting to spread out a little bit now. Oh, it's fighting. And Torres around the outside of Corleone into turn 1. And Ixander is having a look on Hackinson. This race is not overtaking. Ooh! Corleone had an absolute lunge there. And Torres now on Ixander. He looks like he's slightly ahead. Not got the inside here. But he's got a little bit of the run. But he's not on the outside here. And that's going to give Ixander a chance to get back through.
Nikolaev is falling back.
And Nikolaev is slower in front of them. Torres has the inside. And it's going to be Corleone now on Ixander. And that's giving Torres the opportunity to keep it. Oh! Bit of contact there. Corleone's pass. But maybe not for long. And Leicester is all over the back of them still. Nothing down into the hairpin. But Leicester's all over the back of him. Vyson all over the back of Linkfist there. Cordova still on the back of Mendes. Shot Thompson still no man land, but Rodel is gaining a little bit on Babigny, but unless he gets a lot more pace on it, or Babigny makes an error, it looks like it's going to be Babigny who will have.
Nobody around comes on. Then Mendes trying to stretch Cordova.
License just not there yet on LinkedIn.
2 car specs. Was it Bonaventura and Christopherson?
Bonaventura has had a brilliant weekend here at Suzuka, winning the first race and currently 8th in the second. Just brilliant, especially for how poorly the Audi's been performing so far this season. It seems their upgrades have definitely been paying off there.
Yeah, he starts from 16. Now he's up to 8. It looks like now most of the riders have calmed down.
For now, at least.
Yeah, maybe this big sprint race, the last few laps, everyone will be pushing on their maximum.
Oh, the Renault there, all over the back of the BMW. Oh, yellow flags and someone's off. Hackinson is out. What's happened here?
Looks like Hackinson will get some points.
I think that's 10th that he was running.
He had a...
Oh, something's broken there. It doesn't particularly look like I think if it was a brake failure, it would have gone. He would have gone a bit further in, but it seemed to slow down somewhat. Suspension failure, maybe, is what I'm thinking. We saw something similar like this happen to, I think, Balazine in second race at Fuji.
That's really interesting.
Broken into the braking zone.
Mendes is now up to Cordova's rear bumper.
Cordova's got past Mendes at some point because it was Mendes in fourth. But he's going to try get Cordova back here. Can he get a run into 130R or even into the chicane after? Linked-Fist and Bison also knows their tail behind. Ooh, having a little peek, but take it nicely. He's in range to pounce, but he's kept it quiet. Is Linked-Fist and Bison going to go side by side in the background? Nope.
Waiting for a mistake from Cordova, but now Cordova has a much better exit. Yeah, it's gone from 1/10 to now nearly half second.
Poor exit by Mendes. He has been looking very quick at the start of the season, but it doesn't seem like he can get that just extra edge over some of the front runners at any given race.
Yeah, but maybe the cars have some downgrades. Like Firmino has a really bad season so far. He has been one of the best young drivers last season.
If Mendes can just get that little bit extra, because he's always very quick, if he can get a little bit extra, he could be one of the favourites to win the championship. Total's caught up though, about half a second in a few laps. He's soon going to get into drafting range. So it seems it's not all done for Babignou. Coming on to the ends of lap 12 now.
Yeah, I think it's
he's in the draft.
2 laps, maybe 3. If he can, if Roda can keep up this brilliant driving.
There'll be 3 laps left after the end of this one. He's caught up by about a 10th in this last sector so far, and he's in the draft now. That is going to be strong, and Mendes is up the inside of Cordova. But Cordova's now got the inside of the chicane. Brilliant Racing is going to put Linked-Fist and Bison back into this fight, and Linked-Fist is going to try to capitalise on Cordova, but Cordova past Mendes. Bison's going to try and have a piece of Mendes, but Bison's got nobody to get the slipstream from. And Mendes is off Cordova. Is Mendes going to have a sneaky lunge? I thought Bison was about to hit Mendes around there.
Yeah, Mendes overtook the increase with this little bit of chaotic exit.
Caught the curb there. That could have been very terrible. We saw what happened to Woonjae when he hit the curb, so you got to be very careful with these curbs. See yellow flag.
Ooh, big smoke.
What is that? Or someone is off, and it's
Oh,
Rodel. It looks like Rodel's blown up. His engine's gone. From second place, he was
took
catching
one
up to the race leader.
from
And
second
it's
place. The potential fight for the first place, but
a
Rodel.
disaster. That second place seems to be an absolute nightmare because we saw before, in round one, Leicester ended up blowing up with an engine failure from second place.
It looks
Also with
like
a Volkswagen.
it's
Oh,
the same smoking coming from like a half lap earlier, and then they'll kill the engine the next few corners.
I'm surprised it lasted that long. Nearly made it through the first sector with the engine and smoke. And that's going to put Mendes up into Mendes Cordova are going to be fighting now for
Oh,
third
podium.
place.
Yeah, it's a disaster for envy racing.
Another place for Ezio as well. Looks like. Ooh.
It's now 4 cars going for the third position.
On the
Mendes is...
inside by Mendes.
Oh, Mendes is off!
That is a costly mistake. Oh, nearly
Yeah.
hit
Yeah.
Ezio, who's now up to 6th place. 10 places gained in this race. Surely, I don't think anyone else can be named driver of Suzuka because he's won the first race, gained 10 places in the second one. It's just been a masterclass this weekend by Ezio.
Maybe Weizen can save Envy Racing this weekend at the podium.
News now started. What is the 14th lap of this race? So the next lap will be the last. So if any of these lots are going to make their moves, they're going to make it soon. And Torres in the background, trying to take a bit of nickel over there.
Because I've got the stitching from Mendes.
Up the inside again.
Wait,
But we pinched him there.
what
That's going
happened
to
to
get
Mendes?
by.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. But he also lost position to Christopherson.
Christopher has had a very quiet race, but he's gained multiple places as well. Torres got Porvex, he's now down to 10th. But it's also been a very good race for him. I think he's gained about 11 places so far. No, he's dropped back down to 11th.
That's defending from Leicester.
Will be for the last point.
Yeah.
Zimmerman might want to take an off. Oh, Balazin's off in the background. Oh, it looks like he's out.
Yeah,
It looks like
he's out.
What's happened here? He just looked taking the turn and it just stopped turning in.
Unlucky again for the Nürburgring racing team driver.
Brakes or suspension, I'm possibly suspecting. Maybe some kind of puncture, I don't know. Just gone in and it's just not turned. That's strange.
Interesting. Failure again.
We may see later what was the reason behind that. But for now, that's the end to pretty abysmal race for Ballastine standards. Down in 16th.
And it's trying to retake 7th position.
Christopher's trying to hold on. Fight between the two BMWs here. He's got the edge, he's got the outside. Reno could be a pretty effective.
Far ahead there was a Lindquist and Bison side by side also.
And he's got back past Mendes. We'll now be coming on to the last lap. Bappany ahead. 2.5 seconds to Thompson, who herself is about 7.5 seconds ahead of Cordova. He looks like he's going to get third place if there's no any errors. But Lindqvist and Bison are fighting it out now for fourth.
Nikolai got past Christopher. So this canal is now 1 second with over faster.
It looks like he's got that last point very secure. No one seems to have made a lunge down there. Maybe into the hairpin, you may see something.
Yeah.
Not from
Cordova is getting, or the Lindquist is getting closer and closer to Cordova, but I don't think they can reach the BMW.
Unless he makes a colossal error. Seems nobody's just in that pouncing distance. You're going to see now down to the hairpin if there's going to be. Oh, Lichstein down the inside of Zimmerman, but Zimmerman's got back in front comfortably. Now I think the race leader's now coming upon the hairpin, the chicane. So yes, he is out of the last corner. Just clean, brilliant, and Babinu is going to win this second race at Suzuka.
Yeah, brilliant driving from the French
Charlotte
one.
comes along in second, Cordova in third. Weisson's all over the back of this, but it doesn't seem like it's close enough. Sixth. Mendes, Nikolaev, Christopher's, Corleone, Torres, and Ixander just held on from Leicester, who seems to have a massive final lap, catching up about second to Ixander, but it does seem like it's enough.
Fastest time by Cordova. We get the extra 2 points.
Well, you can't say that WTCL doesn't give you good racing.
Yeah, there has been amazing races so far this season.
Looks like Winjay's taken another big knock from where that front end's been replaced, and it seems like it's dented in there. Well, dented to mine, a very understatement. He's absolutely demolished that front right corner. I'm surprised the car's still able to run like that. And he'll come around the corner to be our last finisher.
Yeah, 1 minute away from Owen Lassie in second to last finisher.
Surprisingly, we've only had 3 retirements Balazine, Rodel, and Hackinson.
Yeah.
And there is our race winner, Andre Babineau.
And 10 seconds into his teammate, who had the fastest lap.
What a weekend for Drake Racing.
Yeah, picking up a few points in the first race and then 1-3 in the second race. Probably looks at that.
Honda seems to have been absolutely nowhere. Then you've only got one Chevy and one Renault in the top 13. So it's
Well,
very interesting. And only one out. Oh,
Barajin, who was in the top
looks like
13, I think, but he got the issue. So it looks like Honda needs to get their drivers. Like, if Bonaventura wouldn't finish in the top 13, there wouldn't be any Audis too.
BMW and Volkswagen look like they've got the main battle up front. It looks like they'll be the manufacturers to watch. It seems like they'll be the ones going for championship. Now let's see. Finishing order. Do we get any more answers for the retirements? Zimmerman in 14th, Lichtsteiner in 15th, Firmino in 16th, Lorenzo 17th. In Die, just very poor second race from Indie. Singh, a bit of hairway behind his teammates, down in 19th. Perez, he went off about half a dozen times during that race.
Yeah, in the same corner 2 times, I think.
It's just sloppy racing by Perez, and Perez has been one of those drivers who's also been mega quick, but it's just, I think, other than the second race at Fuji, I think he's just completely just made error after error. And you've got Rodriguez 21st, Madison 22nd, Vandal in 23rd, Mariette Boucher. Where was Boucher today? The first win of the season, down in 24th. Her teammate, Hackinson, was fighting for a top 10 finish before his car gave way.
And then you've got they cannot fix that engine issue from race 2. Maybe which I got some problems still.
You've got Alec Travain, 25th, Kenneth Lim, 26th. Right, Connor Ryan, poor race. We said he had a very good race in a very good Fuji, but it's just not being here today at Suzuka. Hennessy, 28th, and Wunje in last after losing all that time. That start. And Ballasine and Hackerson were both brake failures.
It's unlucky for them. And then Linda Roda with engine failure.
It's a bit of heartbreak. These Volkswagens, they've been mega quick, but they have had a tendency to blow up the engines so far.
Yeah. Last weekend, Barajin also had a brake failure in Fuji race 2.
I thought that was a suspension failure.
No, it was a brake in Fuji 2. So we need to work on the brakes.
That must be disappointing for Honda. Yeah, this is in Japan, it's their home country, and they've just had an absolute appalling race here at Suzuka.
Yeah, and only Barajin got failures from Honda. It's more unlucky for them when the best driver get the issues. The Renault
think.
also had 2 engine failures, no 3 last weekend, in Fiji. Now a brake failure.
I think it's about time now that we wrap up this broadcast of the second race of WTCL Season 2. Your winner, Andre Babignou. Brilliant race, lots of overtaking. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, it was a fantastic race, and thank you everyone for watching this race. And I think the next race or next round will be from Silverstone. Yes, it will be Silverstone, and then
Yeah,
Silverstone and Spa-Francorchamps. Two interesting circuits.
and you've got Le Mans after that. So a lot of long straights. So that should give us plenty of opportunities for overtakes.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, Silverstone is on the old layout.
Oh, okay.
Maybe for more interesting racing, but we will see then next weekend, so make sure to tune in next weekend. And yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.